Hey guys, I'm bringing you another tips and tricks for Safeguard. Well, I guess it's not really a tips and tricks this time. It's just going to be a little bit of an update. The game in the background that you're watching, you'll probably have noticed we're starting here at round 93. We all have 999 kills. It doesn't get any higher than that. It just gets, that's where it gets stuck. Both have a bunch, like everyone has a bunch of rescues, got lots of crates. So yeah, that's... Yep, that's where we're at. So yeah, basically the first thing you're gonna notice is the shotguns. Obviously, before I was talking about the LMG and the shotgun was still a good idea and trigger happy and yada yada. If you'll see, I don't even have trigger happy. I just have sleight of hand. You can still do pretty decent. The only one who had trigger happy out of all of us was Soldier's Vice, and he ended up losing it. So trigger happy makes life a whole lot easier, but it isn't necessary. You'll also see that we're all missing, well, at least I am, and I know they are too. We're missing quite a few perks, probably like 3 or 4 perks each. And it's not 100% necessary if you know how to do it. So number one is the shotgun. Shotguns are overpowered. I say that because you don't even have to use it all the time. The only thing the shotgun is not good against is dogs. So if you encounter what I was talking about before, where it's a dog round, definitely switch to the LMG, light them up. You do it that way. Just lay down on the ground, shoot them at the leg level, and you'll get the shield guys and everything too. But against everything else, you just pull out the shotgun, and it's a one-shot kill if you're up close. So, I mean, at most distances, it's a one-shot kill as well. So no worries there, unless you don't hit them at all. But when you're this high, one thing to keep kind of track of is your ammo. You do run out of ammo within the round. So you'll be halfway through round 93 and you'll run out of ammo, or halfway through round 94 you'll run out of ammo. And the only thing you can really do is pick up those glowing ammo icons. So you kind of have to weigh risk versus reward whenever you go for those. We had a couple times where Fury would jump out the window and run across the map to go grab it, which obviously wasn't a good idea. Should have just waited for one to show up close to us. But sometimes it had been so long since we had ammo that all of us would be sitting on 0 and would be relying on kill streaks. That's another thing I want to talk about is the kill streaks. Your vultures and sentry guns and IMSs are amazing, and the dog levels are definitely, the dog rounds are definitely the hardest, and that's when we try to drop the vultures and the sentry guns and stuff like that. If you look at my kill streaks right now, I had 2 helo scouts. My plan earlier on, before we made it to the 90s, was to basically bail on Vice, who he'd been mean to me in the earlier levels when it comes to reviving and stuff. So my plan was to just kind of bail on him when he needed me most and fly around in my helicopter and be safe while he got his overrun. But that quickly went away when I realized we're close to the max level here, 100. So that's why I hadn't been using it. And then they turned into more like a last resort. If you clear the wave, everyone who's down is supposed to come back. They automatically revive, because there's no point on you just sitting there with them on the ground. There's no enemies, they come back. So that was the plan, was that if we got overrun, I'd just fly up into a helicopter. They'd all be up at the top of there anyway, so I'd be able to fly around and just kind of pick all of them off. Hopefully quick enough to get them all, ending the round quick enough to get them all revived. Here a dog follows me out the window. So that's exactly what happened here, is we're like, oh shit. I call in the helo scout. I fly up into the air. I'm like, alright, let's pick off all the glowing guys. Hopefully that'll be the end. And this is what kind of ruined it for us. The game glitched out, and there's no more enemies. I'm flying around in this helicopter, and both my teammates die. And I'm looking for enemies, I'm looking for enemies, I'm looking for enemies, and nothing. And then, suddenly, the game just decides that, oh, all the enemies are dead. I guess we can bring them back to life now. So that really sucked. They go down. They got no perks, no weapons. And we were like, well, I don't know. We were thinking, it's only 5 more levels. Maybe they can go back up, and we can, pick up some ammo because I'm out for everything. We're like, well, we'll go back up. You'll get your high-ranked guns because you get your little barrack boxes when you come back to life. And we're like, and we'll survive. And then Fury says his box isn't there, so he's stuck with a level 1 pistol. And I was like, "That's what are you talking about? Like, your box has to be there." And he's like, "No, man. Like, the box was right there, but it's like that's where I died. It was right there. He's just like, there's nothing here." And I was like, "Well, I don't know, man." So he's running around with a level 1 pistol that he got to level 2 before the end of the round, and I forgot that Vice didn't have trigger happy anymore with a shotgun, and we just started getting overrun. We only got 1 trigger happy that whole game, so it was with playing 2 people against the 3 times multiplier of bad guys. Obviously, because if you're playing solo, there's less guys. If you're playing doubles, there's twice as many, or whatever the ratio is. 2 of us basically taking on what 3 should was not quite working. And his little level 2 pistol just wasn't quite cutting it. And then obviously running out of ammo. You'll see right here, I think I do 1 more reload and I'm out. So I got to switch over to the LMG, and the LMG is level 42, which is a pretty respectable level, all things considered. But it just doesn't do the damage that it needs to. And right here, I should have called in another helo pilot, but I didn't want the same thing to kind of happen, and I get killed through the wall. Yeah, so that little crate didn't show up for Fury. It was really disappointing. Because we did make it to the 95, and we didn't feel like we were being overrun before. Like, there were a couple close calls, but it wasn't anything ridiculous. But anyway, we figured level 95 was high enough, and that'll be the end of that.